This video is brought to you by Spewpa Content Finder. Thank you, Spewpa Content Finder. Spewpa. Spewpa. Spewpa is a bug, I think. His design at first seems somewhat strange. He's the middle stage in the Scatterbug line, but when you think of the middle evolution in a bug-type line, you think of Pokemon with these tough exteriors that protects the Pokemon as it slowly transforms into its final form. What's interesting about Spewpa is that his body is the opposite of a cocoon. Instead of being made of some rock-hard material, he's just this soft and fuzzy little creature. It's very possible that his design is a reference to the carpet moth, as their cocoons, unlike the average caterpillars, are rather soft, as they're made from the silk that they produce by eating soft materials such as wool or linen. When it comes to middle-stage Pokemon, they're often overlooked or frequently forgotten about due to the popularity of their final evolution, and because of this, many people may end up overlooking some of the great artwork that Spewpa cards have to offer. Take, for example, his Surging Sparks card, which shows Spewpa to be roaming around a forest in the middle of autumn. I find the piece to be very solemn and peaceful, with the changing of seasons acting as a perfect parallel to his metamorphic nature. While this may be a newer depiction of the Pokemon, his first ever card, dating back to the X and Y base set, still holds up to this day. In the early X and Y days, 3D renders were abundant, though not all renders from this era have exactly aged the best. While they're not the worst things in the world, a lot of times their age certainly shows. In the case of Spewpa, however, this render doesn't show its age at all, and still serves as a great depiction of the Pokemon. The next card that the Pokemon would receive turned out to be an incredibly beautiful drawing, showing a lone Spewpa nestling himself between some branches in the middle of winter. The cool blues and grays in the background complement the Pokemon's monochrome body perfectly, and also allow the red and yellow fragments on his cocoon to stand out more. While this card leans more towards complex and cutesy, his Perfect Order common card couldn't be more of a far cry. Here, a much simpler art style is used, though simple in this case doesn't equate to plain, as in the background, we can see that extra detail is given to the grass, where instead of it being one plain color, it's broken up into colorful blocks. As neat as this card is, however, it's in my opinion that it pales in comparison to the illustration rare Spewpa received in this set. The piece uses a lot of muted colors, obviously chosen to go along with Spewpa's monotone body, but the real genius of the card comes from what was actually chosen to be in the card. Whether it's the white pompous plants littered across the card, the faded paint on the bench, or the weathered wooden columns in the background, everything that appears the way it does in this card feels less like an artistic choice and more like an authentic part of the world. It's a beautiful card for a beautiful, beautiful Pokemon.